It's the Opperman Report. Join digital forensic investigator and PI Ed Opperman for an in-depth discussion of conspiracy theories, strategy of New World Order resistance, high-profile court cases in the news, and interviews with expert guests and authors on these topics and more. It's the Opperman Report. And now, here is investigator Ed Opperman.
Okay, welcome to the Opperman Report. I'm your host, Private Investigator Ed Opperman, president of Opperman Investigations and Digital Forensic Consulting and emailrevealer.com. This show is brought to you by getthetea.com. Check it out. Getthetea.com, they got this Life Change Tea. Now, I've been drinking this tea now for about 7 days. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling good. You wake up in the morning, you drink some of this tea. You don't need any coffee. It gives you plenty of energy. There's no crash from the energy, by the way. And you really, really look forward to drinking this tea. Very healthy. I'm really enjoying the tea. Getthetea.com. That's the website. And the one I'm drinking is Life Change Tea. I got right now on the stove steeping, I think it's called, some Life Change Tea with pomegranate in it. So I'm going to test that out tonight, and I'll let you know how that's going. Okay, we have a returning guest, Sarah Jane Woodhall, the notorious Wonderhussy. You could find her YouTube channel, which is Wonderhussy. I think it's called Wonderhussy's Travel and Adventures or something like that now. And her website is wonderhussy.com. Sarah Jane Woodhall, are you there?
Hi.
Okay. Did you change the name of your YouTube channel?
Well, I mean, yeah, I just called it Wonderhussy Adventures because Google makes you pick a first name and a last name. So at first, my first name was Wonder, last name was Hussy. I don't know, it just looks weird, and I want people to get the idea what my channel's about, that it's not some, not safe for work adult type thing. It's just me having adventures. So, yes, it's called Wonderhussy Adventures, but if you put in YouTube Wonderhussy, you'll find it.
Very good. And I look forward to your videos. I really do. And they've come a long way since you started doing this. This is really high-quality work you're doing now. And it's very pleasing to watch. When a new one shows up in your email box, you enjoy getting it. Wonderhussy YouTube. Wonderhussy Adventures. Remind the audience who you are.
Well, I started out as a sort of nude model, fetish model in Vegas. But I sort of got more interested in exploring the desert as a direct result of my modeling because I was always scouting around looking for cool new locations to shoot nude photos. And I was, looking for abandoned buildings, abandoned factories, stuff like that. And I just became more interested in actually making videos of these locations than actually posing at them. So I would say I make about half my income off modeling now and the other half from YouTube.
Excellent. Yeah, your YouTube channel has grown exponentially, I've noticed. Shooting right up there. But you're still doing the nude modeling where people can call you up and say, hey, I'm coming to town. Let's go out to the desert and I'll take pictures of you.
Yeah, I still do that here and there. So if you're interested, you'll find all the information you need at wonderhussy.com.
Okay, great. But it's like $850 for a day, right?
Well, it's only $500 right now, but I think I'm gonna raise my rate because, well, just a lot of reasons. But I won't go to $850. I go like $600 maybe. But for right now, if you act now, the price is still $500.
Okay, act now tonight. Yes, right. Get in on the ground floor. We don't want to miss out on this, man. And I got to tell you, that honestly though, that must be like the adventure of a lifetime. Come down to Vegas, you hire Wonderhussy, Sarah Jane Woodhall, to go out in the desert. She takes you out there in her own truck. She loans you a camera. And
well, actually, no, my camera broke, so I can't loan a camera. But I will work with any photographer of any skill level with any type of equipment. So even if you just want to use your iPhone, that's fine. I've had people photograph me just with their iPhone. And you know what, Ed? I've actually had a lot of people hire me lately that don't even want to photograph me at all. They just want to be driven around the desert and see interesting things. So I do that as well.
Yeah, I thought that maybe that would be something you'd get into because they got those Jeep tours out here, but those people are no fun. You can go with Wonderhussy. It was a lot of fun.
Exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page, Ed.
Yeah, right. And you can trick her into saying yikes. A lot of times in her videos, she'll say yikes, and it's a fun part of the video. Now, when we last left our hero, Sarah Jane Woodhall, she was hunting for the Fen treasure. What became of that?
Well, I spent a good month driving up and down the Rocky Mountains last summer with my sister. I had a brand new car, and I probably put 5,000 miles on it just looking for this dang thing. Didn't find it, obviously, but really got kind of deeper into the whole scene and more intrigued, and I'm definitely going to go back this summer and look for it some more.
Okay, so you think the location you had scouted out wasn't the right one?
Well, that was the problem. We just kind of were doing a broad overview type search, like let's search the 3 or 4 big locations that most people seem to think it's hidden in. So we spent some time around Santa Fe and the mountains up there. We spent some time in Colorado, some time in Wyoming, and some time at Yellowstone. And I feel like those are the 4 areas that most searchers are concentrating on. But we just, we only had 4 weeks. We didn't really have enough time to do an in-depth search at each one of those locations. I think this summer we might focus on 1 or 2 that we feel are more likely.
Yeah, right. That couldn't hurt, right? You devote 1 summer a year to locating in a different spot because, it's not going anywhere, right?
Well, it doesn't seem like anyone's found it thus far. I follow a lot of these YouTube channels and blogs and stuff, and no one's found it yet. It's still out there, but there's so many people looking for it that it's just a matter of time before somebody does stumble on it.
Now, do you bring equipment with you, like metal detectors and stuff?
Well, Fenn has said in his interviews explicitly that there's no special equipment needed to find this treasure. Just throw a bedroll in your pickup truck and go look. So you don't need a metal detector. You don't need any kind of weird calibration devices or extraordinary navigation skills. You just need to be able to look at a map and be willing to go search. And it's all about interpreting this poem. That's really what it comes down to.
Fascinating. I had those people on from that island, Oak Island. I had them on the show. I love the whole, right. I love the whole idea of hunting for treasure. I think it's something I would love to do if only I had more time, free time to do.
Yeah,
something.
I know it's really time consuming, but it really is a lot of fun. It really is.
Okay, so just recently, you took on the adventure of Mad Mike Hughes.
Yeah, so this guy, Mad Mike Hughes, he's an engineer, Berkeley-educated engineer, I think. He's always had an interest in building these rockets that he, I guess, wants to launch himself into the stratosphere. I'm not sure toward what end. He recently kind of allied himself with the flat Earth movement, and so his last launch attempt was supposedly to prove that the Earth is flat by launching himself up high enough that I guess he can see for himself and take photos of a flat Earth.
Yeah, I saw that myself. I tried to interview him. I tried to contact him, and he seems very tight-lipped. He doesn't seem to want to talk about what he's doing.
Boy, you're telling me.
Now, he has launched. These rockets do work. He's launched himself, right?
Oh yeah, he launched himself over Phoenix, I think, somewhere in Arizona a year ago, something like a year ago, and he did. He got up. He went, I don't know how far. Crash landing. He ended up in a walker for a week or 2. But, yeah, he did build a successful rocket. So my understanding of what's going on is after he crashed that first rocket, now he wanted to build another one. He had a GoFundMe or some kind of online fundraiser and was only able to raise like $300. Then he allied himself with the Flat Earth movement, did a GoFundMe, and was able to raise like $8,000. So my gut feeling is he's probably not a real flat earther, but just figured out it was a way. I liken it to Taylor Swift, okay? If anybody knows anything about Taylor Swift, she started out as a country singer simply because she thought that was the easiest way to get famous. She's not a country girl. If you look at her background, her dad's an investment banker. They're from Philadelphia. She's never set foot at a NASCAR race in her life, I guarantee. But she used that as her way to get famous. Same with Mad Mike Hughes. I don't really think he's a flat earther, but he's using that angle to raise funds and get attention so that he can build these rockets.
Yeah, my daughter, I don't think she's anymore, but she used to be a Swiftie. They call it the Swifties,
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm a Swiftie. I live here.
A Swiftie? So I guess Mad Mike is a flatty, right? A flatty?
He's a flatty, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. This is just conjecture on my part. I don't mean to malign him or disparage him.
No, same thing here. I'd still like to get him on the show.
I do give the guy a lot of credibility. He does build these rockets, and he really is trying to get up there, so good for him.
Yeah, and how the hell, these are steam-driven rockets. How does he pull that off?
Well, so I went to this last launch that he did out in Amboy, and of course, we weren't invited. We just crashed it, my girlfriend and I, and we took a back dirt road because we figured they weren't going to let anybody at the launch site, so maybe we'll just sneak in the back and just stumble on it and, like, happen to, oh, sorry, get a good spot. Well, that's sort of what happened. We took this back road in, but the second we came upon the launch site, they sent their security guy out. Oh, you girls can't come over here. Sorry, it's too dangerous. Too dangerous. My foot. The truth of the matter was he had a video crew there from Noise TV. I don't know if you know what that is. I think it's an internet TV channel.
Never heard of it.
And Noise TV was shooting the launch for pay-per-view. They were charging $5 a head to watch this on their pay-per-view channel. So that was the real reason they didn't want us there. So they directed us, go out onto the road there, Old Route 66, and you can watch it from there. And that's kind of where all the tailgating was going on, all the looky-loos were stationed, drinking beer. So we just went over there and we shot it from the road for free, by the way. There was no $5 pay-per-view on Wonderhussy, okay? As it happened, the steam engine in the rocket, it's basically like a water heater, was my understanding. So he's heating this water up, or this steam up, to whatever temperature, and then once the pressure is sufficient to launch him, bam, he takes off. Well, unfortunately for all of us, there was some kind of problem with the valve, and he wasn't able to launch.
I don't know. It doesn't sound that safe. You know what I mean?
Well, safety third, Ed. Haven't you heard?
Now, how do you recon this whole thing? How do you find where the back road is, in advance? Because I know you took a lot of preparation to do this. You had a microphone and everything that said Wonderhussy News Network on it.
Yeah, well, it was all kind of a last-minute thing. I really didn't have time to go out there. I had planned to spend the day working on my videos for my channel. I've got a lot of material that I've shot, and I need to edit and upload it. Okay, I'm just going to stay home, have a nice, quiet day editing. But then my girlfriend, Jessica, calls me. Hey, I don't know, do you want to go to this Flat Earth launch? We scouted out a back road, this and that. Ed, I have terrible FOMO. I don't know if you know what that is.
Mm. Fear of missing out.
Missing out.
Right, yeah. I have a little of that, too, yeah. I'm getting over it.
Okay, well, I have acute FOMO. So when she told me that, I was like, oh, man. I mean, at first I go, no, I need to stay home and work on my videos. So then I started thinking about it. If this guy launches and I have video of it, wow, that could be great for my channel, right? That could be huge. So I thought, all right, I'll do my editing another day. I'll go out to Amboy with you. And so my girlfriend did most of the scouting as to the back road and, which way to get in and everything.
But you made that microphone out of toilet paper roll?
No, actually, if you must know, it was a costume. I had an Elvis costume, so it was kind of like a costume microphone from that, and I just put a little WNN logo on it, Wonderhussy News Network. It was just supposed to be a goof. But you know what? I got a lot of feedback off of it. So, like I said, he didn't end up launching, and I sort of felt like, wow, what a waste of a day. I came all the way out here. I shot all this footage. I don't even want to upload it now because it's a dud, right? It's boring. So I thought, let me just upload it anyways. It did respectably. I got some views. And I had a lot of people comment that they loved the Wonderhussy News thing, so I may end up using that microphone on future shoots, too.
Yeah, try and hold it in front of your mouth, though, instead of pointing with it, because otherwise people catch on that it's a fake microphone. Otherwise, it's great.
Oh, well, that's supposed to be the whole shtick. It's obviously fake. That was part of it, Ed.
I know. I'm tuned in. I'm tuned into the game here. Now,
yeah.
Did you contact Mad Mike before you went out there, or just on your own?
No, it was so last minute. We just kind of showed up, and we were hoping to use our charm, as two girls, oh, hey, can we? But no, they were pretty serious about not letting us over there. It was the Noise TV people that were, they had a vested interest in keeping us out, so.
What about the other tailgaters that were out there partying and watching us?
Oh, my God. It was a circus. I mean, it was mostly a bunch of older dudes hanging out, drinking beer. It's right on Old Route 66. A really seldom traveled part of Old Route 66, but there's enough passersby and traffic that there was some tourists that, what's going on here? And they found out, so they were hanging out watching. There was a few local people from that area came out. It was kind of a party scene, albeit somewhat of a mellow party scene.
This might be a good time to take a commercial break. We'll be right back with more of Wonderhussy. You can find her at wonderhussy.com. Her YouTube channel is Wonderhussy Adventures. And we'll be right back with more of Sarah Jane Woodall, Wonderhussy, after these messages.
And now a word from our sponsors. People are waking up. They're standing up to those pushing pesticides and GMOs as safe alternatives for a starving world. What a bunch of crap. I tell you, I'd rather eat dirt. So I drink Life Change tea.